Hey, we've got a great video for you guys. Everybody knows that I was perma-banned in the past. It's no secret. I've talked about it so openly, how I used to PC check, and that a program called Process Hacker is the reason I got banned. Because one day, another PC checker messaged me named Godfrey, and he said, hey, I have a new method that you can use to scan PCs. Would you like to learn it? I said, of course, I'm always open to learning. And we jumped on a call and started trying the new method. Now, normally, I wouldn't have Process Hacker on my computer, especially in my gaming setup, because it just didn't make sense for me to have it. If I used it, it was always on my streaming PC, and anytime I used it, it was to practice. But at this time, I just didn't think it through. So I installed it on my gaming PC while I was in the Discord call because I was just being lazy, and so on and so forth. You know the story. Anywho, if you want to go test that out before you even get into this video and this debunk, and you want to see if I'm telling the truth, I put up on Twitter an exact how-to that you can follow step by step and get your account banned too. So I highly suggest if you want to try it, go throw your account away. But what we're talking about here is the debunk of Call of Shame, because not only is he refusing to even tell the story of the Process Hacker situation and even speak about the truth on that, or even say how other programs other than cheats can get you banned, because it's been proven. The known thing that Wireshark, Process Hacker, GPU overclocked software, they can all get you banned. There's articles all over the internet about it, but he doesn't want to talk about it. So go do your own research. But what we are going to debunk right now is all of the clips he accused me of cheating in. Because if you didn't watch this video, essentially we're going to watch it while also debunking it with the side-by-side footage that I actually recorded. He could have asked me. I would have gave them the footage. But let's be real. That wouldn't fit the narrative, right? To have the full footage. You know what also doesn't fit the narrative? Giving you all of the audio. Because what you're about to see right here is every single clip is missing audio. But let's start with clip number 1.
While randomly spectating Rara, Jowo, who was also in the same game, can be seen climbing the ladder. Rara should not know this information. Jowo quickly killed him. At this point, Ghost immediately informed me via email that Rara's gameplay was too suspicious.
Now, I don't know what's worse. The fact that Ghost thought my gameplay was suspicious there, or the fact that Call of Shame is only communicating via email? What are you, fucking 75, my guy? Call of Shame seems to think that that clip is suspicious. If you watch that clip back, which you can on my channel and on his, there's no audio at all. He just calls the clip suspicious because I look down when I'm in the stairwell. So let's find out what actually is going on. Now, when I first posted this on Twitter, a lot of people said to me, well, you had no right even being there. You must have been stream sniping Jowo or using walls to find Jowo. And so I said, okay, here's why I was over at that building, the black site. Someone flew in, I turned around, started shooting them. You could hear them very clearly on my headset. So I push over. Now listen closely. So if you missed it, that player right there had been walking and I heard him coming to the ladder. So I knew, okay, I have one shot. I better hit it. I jumped the corner and shot him. So now I got the kill. I hear enemy UAV.
Enemy UAV active. Hostile advanced UAV deployed.
And now an advanced UAV. So I'm saying, okay, this person's at the black site. I look down. And then all of a sudden I hear the footsteps on the ladder. Now, Jowo got the best of me there. It's not a question. But to even say that was suspect is insane. As I can hear the player coming up the ladder from the moment I went in that stairwell to look down to see if the person was coming up the stairs who popped the advanced UAV at the black site. Because you can only get an advanced UAV at the black site. Say it with me. Advanced UAVs drop at the black site.
Rara should not know this information.
Now, I know that's some advanced information, Call of Shame, and that's not something you're paid to understand, right? You're only paid for lying and hiding the facts. Now, in case you don't believe me and you want to hear it again, I'm going to give you that full clip one more time with no commentary.
Exiting the AO. Enemy UAV active. Hostile advanced UAV deployed.
Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone. Supply crates have been restocked.
Rara's gameplay was too suspicious.
Now, let's move on to this next clip because my gameplay is just so suspicious.
This is Rara's gameplay. He is being spectated with wall tracking software by a user, only known as Ghost. He heads directly for the enemy hiding in the building with no UAV. He sees him, but the enemy could be anywhere. But Rara already seems to know exactly where the enemy is.
Now, let's talk about the facts. The guy wall hacking is spectating me at this very moment. He has been spectating me. In fact, here's where he actually died and started spectating me. Now, if it's Hap, let me tell you, he has quite the dirty mouth on him.
It's a fucking... Oh my god.
If it's the next player, who is M-Rock, well, let me tell you, M-Rock, you better work on your shots.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
But I have a feeling it's Hap, because Hap came back from Gulag
Yeah, just fucking kill yourself, honestly.
and died again to me. But it is possible it's also this Dan10 Gaming, who did play like an absolute bot. So, in this time, we got 4 kills. Those 4 kills are all the possible suspects, which brings us to the beginning of this clip. Now, we're a little bit back, but the reason we're this far back into the clip is because you could see there's a player off in the distance flying in. That player is the player we're about to go kill. You see, I see him flying in, and I use my centering to then click on him and put a red mark on him. That way, I have an idea from the trajectory of where he's going to land. So I see, okay, he's about 100 meters out from me, heading this direction. Very likely, by looking at the minimap, that he was heading for the zip. So my brain is saying, okay, I gotta go check near the zip. So I look around to the right, I jump down, I see, okay, he's not hiding down on the bottom right. All right, let's look left. Let's see if he started heading towards the buy. I don't see anything. Okay, if I don't see anything over here, he might have either went to the silo over here, or I gotta take the zip and go fly off. So, believe it or not, my first thought was, let me go hit the zip. So you can see my perfect aim towards the zip, but I'm like, let me just look over. And right at the perfect time, he crosses. Now, this is the most important part. Call of Shame made sure now to cut all of that, which is vital evidence as to why I would even push this direction. But now, let's just take all that away, right? How did I know that this player was going to be laying down on the right corner? How did I know that he wasn't going to run past the right door and go right out the other door on the opposite side of the building? I used my headphones, because if you listen closely, you can hear the sound of him going prone. And he stopped. So I know if I jump this corner, I'll go right over him and I could pop a shot. And if I miss, well, I'll swap to my other weapon and still fry him. And guess what? We don't miss, baby. Except for that one clip on Joe, but that's besides the point. So now, I love this clip because it starts off with me hitting the zip after killing this guy, right? Only about 10 seconds later, you could see me with, if I had walls, right? Looking at all of these players that are around me. Right there at Zaza. There's 2 in the silo. There's 1 in the Zaza main building. And there's 1 in the regular dome. So, if I was cheating, I would want to land on one of these guys, correct? I know that these guys are there. Why wouldn't I just land on one of these kills that are really close? Because I currently don't see them. One of them was in my actual vision. I just was too zoned in to see him. So then I go back and I say, I'm going to hit the zip again. All right? Truly, a wall hacker at this level would see it, right? No. I am going all the way to Hydro. Why? Right? Why? Because the normal rotation for a player after they cleared Zaza, which is the top of the map, is to go to the next populated area because you need more kills. I'm going to Hydro because I want more kills. That is where I know a lot of people will land. It is another hotspot of the map. I could have chose Shireen. I could have chose No Name, but I chose Hydro because it is the other spot that I feel more confident in when I play. And I also know I can rotate into Al Mazrah City if the circle permits it. Let's keep watching.
Gas is closing in.
In my opinion, this is without a doubt. Rara is using walls.
Now, according to Call of Shame, without a doubt, I'm using walls based on that clip alone, right? And I'm sure you could hear all the footsteps, right? But in case you couldn't, I'm going to play it again. But from my perspective, with my audio EQ that I'm hearing in these headphones right now that I'm using, okay? Let's just hear that version. And I'll give you a little commentary on why I came this way. So, now that I'm at the second hottest spot in all of Warzone, not Zaza, but I'm at Hydro, I'm looking to get a UAV because I have almost $6,000. I need 500 more. So my brain's thinking, I need $500 and I could go get myself a UAV and light up this whole area. Doesn't matter if they're ghosted. I'll see them because I'm using bird's eye. Now that is very important for later on, and just keep that in mind. So I'm looking straight at where I think the buy is because I forgot the buy station has recently moved in the last season to a different spot. So I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to hit the buy. I'm sure I'll find some money over in wager building or gas station or in the lockers by the balloon. And then I'll go hit the balloon and land on someone. That's not what happens. Instead, as I'm flying to what I think the buy is, I remember, oh shit, didn't they move the buy? So I open the map to see where it is. Oh yeah, it's over here. I point my mark right on the center of where that buy station would be. Now I say to myself, okay, I'm here. Now let me get the $500 because I don't hear anything and I'll go and hit the buy. So I'm looking around to find money. And that's when I hear pitter patters outside. Now, it's very clear it was to my right as I was running down that hallway. So I say, okay, he's in this corner or he's outside. No one's in the corner. Look at that. He's outside. Now, you could hear those footsteps. I'll play it back one more time for you. Just listen closely. I'll even boost the audio in case you can't hear it for some reason on a phone. That's exactly what I heard. And now because I got that kill...
Rara calls in a UAV, so anything suspicious related to enemy whereabouts cannot be counted.
Or, hear me out, I called in a UAV is when I get money, I buy a UAV. And it's going to be seen a few more times that I like UAVs. We're going to first start with Call of Shame's perspective.
The UAV has now expired.
Now, he says that as if I didn't see this guy on UAV for the last, I don't know, 30 seconds as I'm running to this building and I'm seeing the guy not move. I don't know why he feels the reason to say the UAV has now expired. Like, yeah, okay. Doesn't mean that this guy all of a sudden teleported across the map. He's going to be in the same spot. I missed my first shot, by the way, the jump shot, which I'm very disappointed in myself. And then I get the kill. I don't think you need much of a breakdown on that. However, I am going to run it back because there is something that you don't see in this perspective that you will see in mine. So as I'm running over to get this player, there is a ghosted player behind me that I see on the map. Now, I do have bird's eye on, so I can see ghosted players. A lot of you guys don't know that. That's okay. I'm not going to judge you. If you guys want to get better at playing Call of Duty, Listen, consider getting yourself a class. I will teach you how to play Warzone and improve as a player. And I'm not joking about that. I have links in my description. We can get on a calendar date, pick a day that works for you, get an hour or two together. Even a 30-minute session will help you a ton. You guys have no idea. If you think I'm cheating, trust me, you are the person that needs this session. Call me out. If you want to call me out in a coaching session and try to accuse me of cheating, I'll show you whatever you need to see. I'll set up monitors, cams all behind me while I'm playing with you and show you that I'm coaching you and teaching you using my understanding of the game. Not cheats, not DS4. This is raw talent teaching you. Don't let an AI voice steer you in the wrong direction because you will stay bad. If you want to stay bad, that's fine. That's your choice. But if you want to improve as a player like I have in the last 3 years, then take the time and sit down with me and let me coach you. So let's continue with this video. I've now marked the player behind me who's now on the map, and I know, okay, there's a ghosted player in this building. I keep it in mind. I go for the kill. I get the kill. I go and check my map again and say, yep, there is the ghosted player marked. I'm going to hit this balloon and go to him. Except I see he's already moving in a vehicle. So here's the change of plan. I go, okay, I'm going to go try to cut this guy off. I fly off to the left and I say, hopefully I can beam him out of the car. I get a bad landing. I hit some shots and I say to myself, I'm not going to get this kill. I make a decision and say, well, hopefully I can lead this enough. And I pop out my mortar and put it ahead, hoping that maybe a stray one will hit him. Now, my next goal is I know I'm not going to catch up to this guy unless I hit him with his mortar and kill him right now. It's a lost cause. What I will do, however, is I'm going to go get a UAV, but I'm $500 short again. So let's just loot some buildings nearby and see what we can get. So I started looking around, checking buildings, looking on shelves, hoping that maybe there's just a quick 500 bucks. I hear a box in this building. Go hit the box. There's my money. All right, let's go to the buy because we're going to get ourselves a UAV. Now, before I continue, let me just show you what Call of Shame said was really going through my head according to his ideas.
Rara now makes a full U-turn and hunts down an enemy he should not even know is there.
The buy station is outside. I know that it's outside. I'm taking the left door to go outside. Listen closely as I hit the left door right before I run through it. Now, I hear that audio, and my brain says there's a player upstairs. You might say the same thing right now based on that audio. I'm going to play the audio cue again. It makes sense to think that player is upstairs. However, the player is not upstairs. Because there is 2 walls between me and this player, the audio occlusion is sounding like they're above me, when in reality, they're right in front of me. So, the only way I could tell they were in front of me was the change of audio when we both entered the same room. The occlusion changed. No longer were they outside between 2 walls, but I was hearing them in the same hallway as me. And you can hear the difference in the audio as soon as they walk in. I get past this doorway, and it sounds more fleshy. Compared to before, it sounded more hollow. So now I know, turn around quick, he's right behind you. And that's when I get the down. Now, clearly, Call of Shame has no audio EQ on any of their game, and is never going to, because that's not what they're going to do. The hacker hunters who are using cheats And that's including Call of Shame, by the way. He is Supergirl, who has been permabanned multiple times for cheating and stream sniping other streamers with cheats on. I don't know why everyone's pretending it's not. That is Call of Shame. Is not going to use an audio EQ because it does not fit the narrative. It didn't ask for my footage because it doesn't fit the narrative. But again, I will say to you, if you want to become a better player, then just ask. Come book a coaching session with me. I will break down your gameplay. I will 1v1 you and see where you are losing and where you are winning and why you are not doing the right things that you could be doing. And then I will jump in ranked play. Or I will jump in pub matches, whatever it needs to be with your teammates and help you as a team improve. I will spectate you and see where you are failing in fights. I'll put the pressure on. You're never going to improve by pointing the finger and saying,
He's hacking! It's a fucking cheater!
where you're going to improve is by humbling yourself and saying, I am not the best, but I can be. That's what it took for me to get where I am today, to have Call of Shame accusing me of cheating. And guess what? I switch on and off between using a PS5 and a PC now because the beta is coming up. And it's going to be a PlayStation exclusive for a full week. So I want to be used to my PlayStation. If Call of Shame tries to spectate me again, they're welcome to. I'll debunk it again. But next time, they might catch me on a PlayStation. And then, they really don't have an alibi on why I'm cheating. So, keep it up. Keep trying to get in my games. Keep using those cheats, Call of Shame. And when you want to get a PC check on me, I welcome it. I am improving as a player. You can be too. All the links are in the comment section. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And let's see what Call of Shame has to say about this.
Do you think the permanently banned streamer Rara is cheating again using wall hacks? Let me know in the video comments. I want everyone's opinion. The community will decide.